Hello, traveler. Welcome back. First of all, I would like to thank you all for the positive feedback I got when I introduced the heroes to you guys. In my last video, I said that I was going to introduce you guys to the villains. That promise has been fulfilled. I hope that you remember what I said about villains and antagonists because I sort of have an idea of where these guys land on the villain scale, but not really. Today I'm going to do something different though. In the heroes video, I presented them in the order of who got their designs changed. For the villains, I'm going to present them in the order of events that caused them to become antagonists. Well, that's enough yapping. Let's start the video. To put it bluntly, it's his fault. All the things that'll be mentioned in this video is because this jerk got on his high horse and thought he was better than everyone. There are certain things that greater spirits are and aren't allowed to do. Luminous, on the other hand, thought that these rules didn't apply to him. He managed to rally up some spirits of different types to do a rebellion against the Great One. He tried to convince the greater spirits to rebel in the past, but they just bluntly said that he was crazy. Long story short, he and the rebelling spirits got the Lucifer treatment and became evil spirits, aka wraiths. At that point, he just snapped and proceeded to start war on life itself. He can be considered as Luminous's puppet, but Luminous is responsible for Vermilion's permanent state of madness. He was given the ability to communicate with the greater spirits without them having to reveal themselves. He was considered a spirit sage, and people would come to him to get direct words from the greater spirits. Vermilion wasn't the best guy to be around, to be honest. His family decided to deal with him until the fallout that led to the Wraith War. His insanity made him a worse human being. This then gave Lord Vermilion the idea to overthrow the Great One to become the new Great One. Hence why he began looking for the greater spirits to fuel his artificial spirits and use them as a power source. Now you know why Cyrus looks weak, is thanks to this guy. Picture this. Luminous didn't like Cyrus due to the greater dark spirit calling him out on many things that were wrong or not true. Luminous then persuaded Vermilion to tell people that individuals with white eyes are the precursors of becoming evil. Imagine having your life ruined because a spirit had beef with another spirit, and then told the spirit sage himself to say a rumor involving your eye color. Petty brat. Bramble suffered from this rumor. His family loved him no matter what, and his older brother would do everything to protect him. Newsflash! The older brother is Halo's father. Therefore, Bramble is Halo's uncle. Bramble was taken away from his family when he was younger, escaped his captors, and had to hide in the day and just try to live at night. He had one goal in mind, despite his situation: find his family and protect them the way they protected him. Vermilion found him and just forced him to work with him. Bramble didn't always look like the way he looks like now. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I took a long time creating the character that would be Haven's main bully, but I found a good design in the end. Genesis was a good boy when he was younger. The reason as to why he became so harsh to Haven was because of the gems she had on her face. That's the war that you guys are going to have to wait for, unfortunately. Then the fire happened. He would have perished along with his friends and orphanage staff if it wasn't for Luminous. He dragged him out of the fire and left him in the middle of nowhere, but Genesis wasn't left alone. Luminous just gave the kid a wisp, saying that it would help him in the future. Thanks to the fire damage, Genesis has to rely on his wisp and his weaponized crutch to get around. He doesn't mind the mobility issues, but now he just vows to take down Haven for destroying those he cared for, with the help of his bounty hunter pals. When it comes to bonds, Luminous sticks around Genesis for some reason. Rightfully so, Genesis keeps his distance, but doesn't mind talking with the Light Wraith. Whew, that was a lot, and we're not even done with introductions. Now, I sort of heard that there's a scale of how bad a villain can get, so let's rank these guys on whether or not they would, in the slightest way I can explain it, make a puppy pass tense. Luminous and Vermilion would eliminate the puppy, while Genesis and Bramble wouldn't. Here's why. Luminous would just remove the puppy without a second thought and go on about his day. Vermilion would just sit and watch it struggle for life. He's that messed up in the head. Bramble will just want to adopt the poor thing, but he can't due to Vermilion being able to make him go mad at the drop of a hat. Genesis would ultimately adopt the puppy, giving Harpy a friend/roommate. I definitely gave these guys some time to just sit in my head so that I could understand how they would work in the story overall. Boy, did this video take a dark turn. There's really nothing happy about villains sometimes. Other than that, the next video will probably be about the lore behind the Greater Spirits, and other shenanigans that happen with them, like the Wraith War. Comment down below which villain you want to throw rocks at the most. That's all for this video. Take care, and stay wild.